Guys, thank you so very much for taking the time to come out here and talk cards with me.
So,
Especially dying silk collector up here. I
hey,
really appreciate your time, man.
it's all good, man. You know I'm always here whenever you want to do one of these.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I've been talking to you for a very long time about these trade cards, and as a matter of fact, I was just talking to John here, Norrin. I'm gonna call you Norrin. Is it Faustio? How do you say your name?
It's okay. It's Fausto or Norrin, whatever you prefer. It's totally fine.
Fausto. Fausto's. I like that. That's a slick name.
Thanks, man.
So, I was just explaining to him. I didn't even realize for the longest time that you were a sketch card Hive. I could have swore we used to talk way back in the day, like 2017,
Way back. Yeah.
and I think you had a different Instagram name.
It was
I think so.
it was like Norrin Rad or something like that. I changed it just recently only because like I'm in this too deep now to like not have my name. So you know what I mean? At first it was just to like placate my work because I teach at a university. So I was just trying to like, stay out of the limelight that way. But I've been in
Gotcha.
this so long now, I'm not going anywhere. So might as well just put my name out there.
You
Man, I should
have
have
been in
seen
there
my
for very long.
previous Instagram name. It was terrible.
Is it dying
previous
silk
Instagram?
collector now?
Like I didn't post my cards or anything. The only thing I would post is pictures of fat baby Yoshis, and my name was Uncomfortably Fat Yoshi. Like,
Dude,
it's a different time, man.
I wish I would have been following that. But to go back to what I was saying, I didn't realize it, and once I created my Old Man Venom, I just started living on there. And recently, I went back and realized that you had sent me, I think, some auctions for printing plates for Venom, and it was just like there's two things. Number one, I'm an ass because I didn't even see these, and I hope he doesn't think I'm ignoring them. And number two, damn, there were good deals that he sent me. Like, damn, I wish I would have seen this. It's way past
because,
printing
like,
plates for me, at least.
It's bad, man. Like, well, I don't know. JD's the same way. JD's probably even better. Silk Collector's probably even better at this than I am. But like I don't know, man. Character collecting is tough. So when I see someone who has like the collection you have, which is so well curated and done, and we were hitting it off and having a nice conversation, I was like, I'm always on eBay. Not as much as JD. JD always finds anything and everything I can't find. But like I just remember seeing a Venom thing and I was just like, all right, let me send this to I try to do it with everybody. I try to keep a mental checklist of who's collecting what to try to help people out. It's tough.
Actually, for me, in the past year, I've barely been on eBay. Like, I think I've put it out so much, like, in the hobby that I collect silk that, for the most part, when something pops up, at least 10 people will message me and just be like, hey, do you have this yet?
That's awesome.
But now there's a little bit more competition, so I'm back to trying to beat all of them out again.
A little more competition. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Now, I sincerely appreciate coming to realization that there is plenty of other character collectors out there, because I get to see so many things that I would have never seen in my life just through both your collections, let alone everyone else. Like the past 2 months, I've been starting to follow a lot more trading card guys, and I was also telling John, I didn't realize there was there's a comic book Instagram community, but there's also a trading card Instagram community. And lately, my timeline is flooded with trading cards, and I am all for it. But I'm seeing things I would have never seen before. I would have never seen.
I'd like to take this time to apologize to everybody that follows me on Instagram and that has 103 posts in a 2-hour period in the morning.
I loved it, man. It was awesome. I thought it was great, dude. I mean,
Instagram didn't love it. They blocked me for posting. Like I got hit with 6 community guideline strikes and had 6 posts removed.
You almost brought down the whole Instagram corporation, man.
Yeah, seriously. All that heat.
No, it was fire. It was fire, though. I mean, like everything you posted was crazy stuff.
It's also super fascinating because if anybody, all the descriptions for these gentlemen are in the description for the links of their Instagrams. Whatever, you guys know what I'm saying. Go check out their Instagrams. You might notice John looks like he had his Instagram code crazy and posted the same photo like 30 times. He didn't. They're all different cards, and that is incredible, dude. That is so cool. I enjoy seeing everybody post necessary collections. Because like I said, I'm always looking at Venom. I'm not really looking around for all this other stuff. So to be able to see everything, it's cool. It's really cool.
It's fun, man.
So,
It's really, yeah, it's really fun to see all these collections. I mean, there's some really good character collectors out there, and some really good Instagrams that are really well curated. Some really fun stuff.
the Cap Vault, he just posted something the other day that because of what he posted, I'd been looking at something kind of similar, and I was able to go ahead and get it. It was like I talked to him about like, thank you for posting this. I know this is actually a real thing, so let me go ahead and get this. Going back to me totally not realizing who the hell I'm even dealing with this whole time. The Marvel card collecting podcast was brought to me. Your whole Facebook group and everything was brought to my attention. And once I got on there, like I gotta give you guys like so much props. As a comic collector that kind of dabbled in cards and then kind of getting back into it, I'm so lost on everything. You guys created a community that is so informative. Like I feel like I've been able to catch up. I'm still, messing up, speaking in what did my guys say? Wrong terms or improper language, but it's so easy to be able to learn stuff just through what you guys are doing. And then the podcast, like it's really incredible. It's really incredible.
Well, it's funny too, because like Ian Taylor originally created the group because there was this other group and it wouldn't sell worldwide, because at the time a lot of the big issues was that a lot of scams were happening worldwide and people were claiming they were losing packages and all that other stuff. Such a noob. He's not. He's being very modest, but he's not. It's kind of it wasn't a very fun environment for people all around the world collecting. And I'm sure you're learning this now, old man Venom, is that like you're realizing real quick that the cards just don't exist in the US, especially when you get to a certain level of collecting. I mean, JD's more aware of this than even I am, but like the cards are everywhere. They're not just
really
here.
are.
They really are. And there's so many good people everywhere, like such great people in New Zealand, Australia, Hong Kong. Like it's just a really strong community of people, UK, England, London specifically. But like, JD is actually one of those pillars for the community and the hobby. Like there are things that, like in terms of education, knowledge, and like being such a great voice for the community. JD, no, don't say that. I know you're putting on a face, but he is though, because like there's things Jay and we talked about this in the Flair Ultra Spider-Man thing. Like there's like we have like a little crew of like collector club people that we know, like who collect characters, and they're all just really good people. So it's really nice that the group is helping people like that, because there really just isn't a lot of information on these cards, and people have been doing this for like a long time now.
Decades.
So little secret. I'm actually just an addicted card crackhead that likes proving people wrong, and that is why I go look up all this stuff, run and stuff. It's basically just that self-confidence boost, man.
You're so full of shit. You're so full of it, man. You're so full of it.
Not at all. I love it, dude. I do occasionally see you like say stuff to people, and I read it in your voice, and I just think it's the funniest thing. But like, as far as the whole community with everything you guys got, created with, especially being worldwide, like comics, just collectibles with Marvel in general is a very worldwide thing. But I can't even think of a place anywhere online besides finding maybe a character collector or finding people that collect a little everything. But where can you go online to like, hey, I don't know about comics. I want to figure this stuff out and learn some stuff. Like there isn't anything. And cards are like a little bit, not as many people are into them as the comics. So to be able to have all this knowledge, it's just incredible. And I got to thank you for it, man. I've been listening to your podcast like crazy, just learning all this stuff. And I think it's incredible. You can't do that for comics. You can find YouTube channels being like, here's this and here's that. But as far as like, you guys had an episode on the podcast about EPAC, and that's something I had no clue about. EPAC was a thing when I came back into the cards for a few years, and up until John started talking to me about this stuff, I had no idea. So
yeah, no one does.
You guys are doing God's work.
I mean, honestly, there are two really big sectors of the, I mean, there's a lot of sectors of the hobby of people just have not discovered yet. You know, people got really hung up on PMGs first coming in because it was easy for people to understand. I mean, I get it. I 100%. I mean, the only reason I always respected PMGs is because it took me so long to find my green surfer. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you know what I mean? I wouldn't, retro was a big deal when it came out, sold out. There weren't that many boxes and it was gone. You know what I mean? The more interesting thing about retro than PMGs was the fact they did callbacks to the original Marvel cards. You know what I mean? Like the 1992 Impel design. You know what I mean? Like
retro was awesome. That's what kind of like alerted me, awesome. Like, hey, they're back. Cards are still a thing.
Retro is a great set. It really is. If PMGs were not in retro, it'd be just as good as it is. You know what I mean? Eugene's the best. But
Eugene, I love it, man.
Like the assistant Kato or whatever.
The best.
You get that weird, like best or something.
John, that's what I was saying. I kept thinking Green Hornet or something.
All right, just to explain this face mask, whenever I inhale through my nose, it feels like broken glass. So I'm actually hiding like a damp little like piece of paper towel in here just to add that humidity because the dry air is killing me right now.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do in this world.
Oh, please, dude, you're fine. Doesn't matter. But
yeah,
no, it's just a lot. You know, it was really, it's funny because I've spoken to a lot of comic book collectors, artist collectors, artists.
Sorry guys.
You're good, brother.
That was my fault.
A lot of people love
I
the
did
cards.
not mean to cut you off.
You're
they
good.
Really do.
You're totally good. They really do. A lot of different people like the cards, and people are really excited about them. And just be, you know, I don't know why the audience was always so small for Marvel cards, but you know, it really was like there weren't that many people into Marvel cards, JD. I mean, like, honestly, what, you could throw a rock and hit like 4 of us. Like, we all knew each other.
Dude, you should have seen how bad PMGs were back in the day. Like, nobody respected PMGs. Whenever I was making trades on ePack, like, if the value was off by a couple bucks, like, one of us would just throw a couple PMGs in there to even it up. And now it's like, really, a couple PMGs? What the fuck? You're like throwing away retirement right now.
2017, people didn't really. It's funny too, because 2017, the PMGs in 2017 are not bad looking cards. They're really not. There was a lot of good stuff in Fleer Ultra Spider-Man that PMGs kind of gotten like definitely dwarfed for sure.
I let my first purple PMG that I pulled on ePack go for about $40.
I picked up a Prowler for $55 back in the day. And I was going to Rainbow Prowler because I was like, well, what's $200-$300 to rainbow a character I like?
Honestly, that's what got me started on the PMGs too. Like, at the time, it was one of the largest like feasible rainbows for me, and I actually saw the gold PMG for Silk on eBay for like $300. I put it in an offer for $230, and it instantly got accepted. And then someone else had the green listed for $35, so I picked both those up the same day, and that's what started me on the PMGs.
Yeah, it's true.
That's wild. See, for me, I remember seeing them on eBay and being like, these are kind of some funky looking cards. They're kind of neat. I was kind of scooping some cards here and there, and it did not occur to me that this card that I'm looking at is limited to 5, and it's on sale right now for $10 or best offer. And I'm like, I'll come back and get it because there's plenty of cards. Yeah. Had no idea about the limited numberings.
No. I mean, people still don't. I mean, there are some like major secrets in the hobbies that we talk about all the time where like in terms of foil treatment, yeah, I like 2017 a lot more. I do like 13 a lot, but if I could be honest, I think I would prefer 2017 foiling. I just like them. They just look good. They just really do.
For me, I think every single year kind of has like their ups and downs. Like for 2013 and 2015, I absolutely love the fact that it's got the etched foil that's the same art as the background of the base card and stuff. For 2017 and 18, they really missed the mark by not giving them some sort of background. But on 2017, they definitely stepped the game up by giving them that like holographic foil. Like, you don't really see it in most pictures and on ePack, but when you hold one of those things outside in the light and you just like twist it, like you see so many colors. It's so gorgeous.
It's crazy. It's like that scene from Uncut Gem where you're Adam Sandler and you're just looking into the opal. You know what I mean? You're like, look at all the fucking colors. Like, there's definitely, it's really pretty.
Speaking
I'm also
of that,
biased as hell because I absolutely love Spider-Man, like all of like his rogues gallery. Like, there isn't a single character that I don't think I like. Maybe Matt.
still got it, John. I got this from John.
Man. Oh yeah,
yeah, and you know, I wish my other camera was working because the rainbow foil effect to these is incredible, and this is the only type of PMG I have, so I haven't been able to see the others in person. I think it's the retro. It's like the Venom one. It's basically Agent Venom with the Venom face. Yeah. That thing is gorgeous, and I'm so sad that I didn't jump on it when I seen it. Oh my god, that thing is gorgeous. I have a base of that, and that's it.
The bases are nice, though. I will say those are retro cards. Like, I know they're from the retro set, but I mean by retro is like they're copies from the 95 metal, and they look great. Like, they're just really nice looking, like callback cards. I have the Surfer. I have a couple of the Surfer to try to gem in 10 because I just think even the base is actually a very nice card. And all in all,
they are. I actually really enjoy like just if you put foil on a card, I'm in. Even if it's a character I don't collect, I'm in. I don't know why. And that brings me to here's a couple questions I got for you guys here. I think these are kind of fun. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with Norrin here. Out of all the different type of chase cards, what particular one is your favorite? Is it the holos, the foils, the sketches, the autographs? Do you have a certain one that's like your number
It depends
one?
on the era. It depends on the era. So like 97 to 2007 or 2011, I'm sketches. Like, I just love sketchographs. I love sketches. I just think they're stunning. I think they're so much more significant than people give them credit for. The other thing I will say, like, I'm a hologram guy. Like 94 Marvel Universe hologram. The green, that sculpture that's there, and the multicolor, like that for me will never be topped. I don't know how you get, like, it's just that Spider-Man versus Venom, which I'm sure you have.
I had that card sitting here somewhere, and that is an incredibly badass card. And as a matter of fact, it's got the whole hologram, what is it, variants where it's like the blues, the reds, and all that. That's interesting. I like that. I don't have any. I think I have a Carnage.
That red is a nightmare to find. For that hologram specifically, that red is a nightmare to find.
And my buddy Dusty Glass has the rainbow of that exact hologram you were talking about. Blues, reds, all that. Gold.
That's awesome. The gold is nice. The gold is really nice. I think there's a gold on eBay. I think it might be overpriced. I don't remember what price it was, but there was a pretty gold on eBay, I remember. But I think JD looked up the whole difference of why it happens chemically and stuff like that, right? He did like a whole investigation hunt, right? Yeah.
Yeah, not going to go too in depth on it, but basically those green holograms are made out of like suspended sodium or magnesium dichromate in like a gelatin solution. And like basically what they do is they record the image and they put it in an alcohol bath and it leaches out all the water to like harden it and change like what spectrum of light will reflect through it. So if they didn't take out enough moisture, it'll pop like kind of red or yellow. Ideally, it's green. And if they took out a little bit too much moisture, it goes more to the blue and the purples.
I love that.
I love the information, man. I love it. That's something I wouldn't have known about. I would have just thought, oh, they cut it out of a different color hologram material. Like you got it down to a science, and I think that's brutally fascinating.
Yeah, that's all JD.
He was one of the
like literally, like I got no issues with like the guy that I had like was having the conversation with, but he was like, "Why don't they make more of these holograms?" And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna tell you why now."
I know who you're talking to. That card, man. That card is just so great and totally black on the back. It's super elegant. It's just
that's a good point.
So that card is actually like a really, really thin, flimsy piece of black plastic that they attach the hologram to, and the hologram is literally just like this little gooey plastic film. Like it's like microscopically thin, and they just put like this really thick chunk of plastic on top of it to seal it in.
That's why you get those edges, right? That little chipping on the edges, because that is that just gelatin paper that's coming up. So if you look at the edges of that card, yeah, that's why they're so hard to grade. Because if you look at the edges, if the plastic's not fully covering those edges, you'll get a little bit of those that flaking on there, and you'll have that black plastic on the back.
I actually think it would have been really cool if you could do the black plastic on the back and you just had like the see-through holograms. Like I'm sure you've seen some of the ones where it's like glasses and you can see through it and you just kind of get the hologram thing. Without that black plastic on the back, they would look exactly like that.
That's interesting.
That would be cool. No chipping the edges. I'm good there. Woo!
That's good. Is it all green, or do you have some color in there?
It's all green, but I'm seeing like a tiny bit of like orangish, goldish.
It's nice, man.
It's got an orange, like an orangish gold tint to it. I do have the '94 Spider-Man. It's the Carnage hologram, but it's primarily orange red. That's like the only one that I have that's like kind of all colors.
Best color for Carnage is that red hologram. That's awesome.
Right?
I love that. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. I love that.
So one thing that I've never really tested out, but I've heard is possible, is if you get a green holo and you just like put it at low temperature and just like bake it in the oven or something, you can eventually turn it kind of blue. I actually turned one of mine kind of a little bit blue with a lighter, but I held it too long and charred the hell out of it.
Dude, all in the name of science. I love it.
All in the name of science.
This is what I'm saying. You guys put out so much information. There's no, I couldn't tell you how to, how to press a comic. There's nothing like that out there. He can tell you how to change the color of a hologram. I love it.
I can tell you how to press a comic.
Well, I mean, I know how to. I sent it to my buddy. He's a wizard.
Buddy.
But let's get back to that for a second, John. What type of chase card do you favor?
Acetates.
If you had a choice, acetates.
I absolutely love me some acetates. Although most of like the silk cards that are acetate, I think it's only the EX Century, definitely aren't my favorite cards. Really big onto the TI-22 in 2013 Retro. I absolutely love those, and I hate what they did to them for X-Men Metal 2020 by not making them die cut and just actually literally writing palladium on it instead of like using the same, like TI-22. Those are actually called titaniums, by the way. I pretty much love any card that I look at and I'm like, oh man, this is adorable. I love owning this. So one of my actual favorite silk cards is the 2017 base. It's just cute as hell, man.
It's a great card. Great art, great card. 17, man. 17 Spider-Man was special. I had so much. Gosh, I can't think of a set that I had more fun chasing a rainbow for, because that's the other thing.
I'm talking annual. This is like a 2-cent card.
Oh, annual. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Yeah, I haven't seen annual, I don't think. I have to look it up.
Yeah, I was really questioning you for a second. I'm like, what you doing stocking my like 2017 base card?
No, there's no surfer in it. I'm not going for it. What year for annual was that?
2017. It's the short-haired silk, and she just kind of looks kind of like lost. I just think the art style is.
It just grabs you.
Oh, I gotta look it up. I typed it in so I could look it up later, but that's awesome.
So, as far as the rainbow achievements, I don't have a single one for anything. I think I got the silver foil 2017 Venom of that series. That's not an achievement, is it? Or is that just a parallel that you could pack full or something?
For 2017, the silver foil, it takes 10 of the base cards to do.
It's a combinable, so it's not like an achievement. It's like it can only be achieved through EPAC, but it's through combining. Achievements are usually like something that is like a selling point for buying on EPAC. And that's I was just asking Eugene about this. We just had this conversation about like trying to nail it down to like what's the verbiage.
While we're on this topic right now, Joe, do you have an EPAC?
Yes, I do.
1 second.
If I could screen share properly, I would pull it up. But as I go to point it out, I am a noob with this stuff. I'm learning, gentlemen. I'm learning. Not only cards, but how to use StreamYard. It's just my name, Joseph Reed. But that is something that I had no clue about. And the whole idea that you can just go in there and open up a pack of cards, it just kind of didn't make sense to me. And as a matter of fact, I see Topps has a lot of digital cards, and I don't know about you, John, but I have no interest in purchasing a digital card that I cannot physically have shipped to me.
They've got some really cute Silk comic covers that they turned into like some weird like digital ones where when you rotate your phone, they like actually animate a bit, but not interested.
That's just strange. I mean, different strokes for different folks. I get it.
It's definitely one of those things because they're not bad execution. In fact, they're really creative and they're kind of interesting. And there's a lot of interesting things on those apps because I know a lot of people who do like them. I just can't get on board. Like I just today avoided buying the Silver Surfer NFT, the little statue NFT that came out today from, is it called Vivi? Like VEVE? I forget how they call it. Vive.
But do you also say Mimi instead of meme?
Yes. I probably would have if at the beginning. I couldn't bite the bullet and buy it. It was like the first Surfer NFT and I just could not come to terms with getting it. And I'm sure NFTs are going to be even larger in the future. I mean, how can it not be? Things are just going to get, space is just going to get more expensive, all this kind of stuff. But I just can't do it. I think I realized today I was going to put it in a chat that we're all part of, but I'm just too far in on the physical. Like I just can't, you know what I mean? I'm just at a stage in my collection where I'm just like, I'm fixated on this right now.
I just enjoy being able to hold it. You know what I mean? Getting this and just looking at it on a phone and being like, oh, I purchased this. Like, bro, I can just get on Google and download it. And there we go. I can look at it on my phone too. So I'm with you, man. I'm physical all the way. I do like ePack now that I understand what it's all you can do, and you can actually send the cards home. You can combine them. You can trade them. I think that's genius. The whole trading on there, that is incredible.
It's just impossible to find cards out in the wild, man. Like to buy boxes and packs and stuff. Like it's a nightmare.
Speaking of buying boxes, I've been watching you crack those 97 Spartamans and that bricking thing. That's nuts.
All trashed, man. All trash.
Yeah, that is. Here, let me bring this up for a second.
Ouch.
I've seen this on cards before too. Them little lines. But yeah, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is because and it's funny too because a lot of these cards are actually really stunning. Like they're just really cool cards. Like this, it's funny. So if you know QFX, Marvel QFX, the 97
by
Quesada, right? Who was like the Marvel, probably one of the best editors of Marvel, next to Stan Lee, and this is where he first started the process of taking real photos in a city and then drawing the character on the front. So this was 97, right before QFX or during the same time. So some of the ones he had left over, he did some cards from the set in this set. So it's kind of like a little like shared kind of thing they did. I don't know. It's a shame. It's a real shame because a lot of these cards are really nice and they're fun to look at, but they
are nice.
Oh plus, my God, like you were saying, micro motion behind you.
What happened?
Yeah, the Silver Surfer micro motion.
Silver Surfer micro motion behind you. I have never seen that.
Woo! Look at that. That is awesome. Oh, I love the. Is that a framed cards or is that an uncut thing? What's going on there?
That's from Upper Deck Gallery, and that's just printed, and that's the What If Simone Bianchi sheet, and it's numbered. What was it? 250 JD or something like that. I forget now. It's hand numbered.
One was 100, one was 250.
Yeah, this one's the 100. The What If was the 100, the base. They did it for Palumbo too. Hopefully they do it soon for Jusco.
And I think it was the auto versus the non-auto version that were the differences in numbering.
Yeah, they're nice. These two for 18 were numbered. Maybe 2020 is different, but this I just got the 10 of this. PSA 10 for 120.
Wow.
I don't even know how it happened. Someone just posted it, and I was like, mine, because these chip so bad.
I actually have a stack of those micro motions.
They're awesome.
Pick them up for like $1 before everything blew up. I was gonna do the set. But
yep.
I bought like 15 Silver Surfers on ComC because they were $2 each, and I was like, mine, to try to grade. But I saw the 10 for 120. I was like, screw that. I'll just get the 10.
I mean, I picked up all of the top characters, so I still do have like a chance to finish off the set, but I kind of don't want to do it anymore.
Nice.
It's not worth it.
No, I mean I like them. I think in high grade it's worth it because
I didn't get any of the series 1 though. I've just been doing series 2 and 3.
I've got a few from each, but I think what is this one? Series 1? I'll let you guys explain if you can even see it. I really wish my other
That's
camera was
series
working, but
1.
it's the Venom.
Yeah.
This one has
That's
a
a nice one.
little bit of chips that you were talking about.
They're
I did
hard to
notice that. It's
find.
got-
So
yeah,
those are
I got
really
it.
tricky because how much did you get it for?
I think I got it for like $25.
Killed it. Like those are
I've seen it for 80.
stupid hard to find. Yeah, they're stupid hard
Somebody
to
on,
find now.
somebody on
Yeah.
Instagram hit me asking me if I wanted like one of their Silk EX Century numbered cards. And he's like, yeah, this thing's kind of like messed up. It's got like an actual tear on it. You still want it? I'm like, hell yes, I do. I don't care.
Mhm.
Give it to me.
That's it. Same.
Tell me what you want. Like,
Same way.
Yep.
I'm the
somebody
same way.
just worked out a trade. He gave me a fair deal on it, and we both walked away happy. Like, who cares about condition? It's going to be stuck in a box for the rest of its life with me.
Well, either or. I mean, these cases, like, if I were to grade a card that I really, really love, and it comes back a 5 and it's in a nice little slab, I don't care because I like it. And now I know it's protected,
I
be
will say there
accidentally
was
opened.
one Silk card that I absolutely did want in a PSA 10. And Amanda, the graded gamer, actually gifted it to me. It was the Silk Rookie Heroes insert from Vibranium.
Nice.
I was
That
really
is
happy to
just
get
That's
that.
man. The
Uh-oh.
best. She's
Eugene.
the best. Oh boy.
Eugene's got a question.
Oh shoot. God spoke. What does he want?
I'm all ears. I have a question too. So, here we go. He's already got it up. This is more your guys' language.
So he's saying, why put an actual physical grade on it when you can just have it authenticated? I think that's the future. Honestly, like there's going to be so many cards that are going to get, what's it called? Forgeries. It's going to be bad, man. I really do think it's going to be bad. These cards are just costing more and more money. I've been looking at Pokemon. I don't collect, but I'm always interested in seeing Pokemon because it was kind of like sports cards are sports cards, right? There's tons of forgeries and stuff like that. Pokemon, however, is kind of like this like little forgery castle, right? Like people do the one first edition boxes because they've always been kind of expensive, so people have gotten really good at forgeries. But I think 100% like forgeries are going to make their way into Marvel. If they're already here, but like I think it's going to get a bit worse.
Why grade it when you could just slap it authentic? Like, does the grade really matter? And well, personally for me, the
I
only
didn't know.
2 reasons that I see for actually having a grade attached to the card, clout or resale. Like, that's pretty much it. You want to be able to tell everyone you have the absolute best copy of it. And some people love to do that, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And some people just want to pick things up, grade them, and see how much money it can make them.
Well, to tag on to what you said, this is an example of not carrying a grade. 8.5. If you guys don't know what this is, I encourage you to look it up. This thing's impossible to get itself. This is actually somebody cracked a slab, got a photocopy of this, put it in said slab, edited this little tab to make it say it was this book, and sold it for like $10,000 in a 9.8. And the guy got it and immediately realized something was wrong and then cracked it and was able to pull it out. And it was like a Daredevil comic or some shit. So,
is that ratioed or something?
This is a 1 in 50, and not a lot of shops ordered it. So there's probably maybe less than 500 copies of that in existence. 9.8s are going for a hefty price. I'll have to look that up and reshare that because it was nuts. The guy was on Instagram. I was watching it like I was glued to this. Like, holy crap! So every slab I get, if I don't send it to CGC myself, I like to look it up and down really good. Ask a lot of questions.
Smart. Yeah, I'm leaning towards now. I'm definitely more along the mindset of like getting 10s on cards that are like overproduced, quotations, as people say. I just like, I'm at the stage, and JD understands, and I'm sure other collectors understands, like eventually you get to a stage in your collection where you're looking your cards over and you're like, okay, how do I still have fun collecting what I'm collecting, even though I'm like kind of done collecting? You know what I mean? For me, it's just like getting those like my favorite base cards in 10s when they come up. You know what I mean? Just because it's fun.
Hmm. I would love to be able to have 9.8 comics and 10 cards, but I'm just happy to get them. You know what I mean? And as far as the authentication, if I could just get it, like, let's say, slabbed without a grade, I'd be down for that.
Totally, you can do
I
that.
mean, even if you wanted to resell it, there's that mystery. Is this a 5? Is this a 9? Is this a 10? So I don't see a problem with that. I wouldn't mind
I
doing
think
that.
for me, like a big thing about why I don't really care about graded is because I can either, like pay 2, 3, 5 times as much for like a high grade card, or I can buy 5 copies of that card. And for me, it's just like I'm not like I know my PC looks absurd, but I am not a rich collector. Like I collected at like the lowest point in the hobby, so anyone that thinks I have like some obscenely impressive collection, completely dead wrong. I was like literally spending lunch money at the time. But
Dude, I feel
Ramen,
that in my
your
soul.
ramen days.
it just wasn't feasible for me to like chase anything graded because the multipliers on it was just more than I was willing to spend.
I sincerely feel that in my soul. And that's one of the things about being a collector that I find to be a little strange is some people will look at your collection and just kind of assume they just start, thinking about your financial status. And it's like, some of this have been doing this for 20 plus years, Some of these books that sell for that much, they were cover price at one point. Let's not forget.
My financial status is welfare.
Yeah. Hey, I feel in my soul, man. I've had quite a few people like comment on my comments or posts before, like, "Oh, you're a baller," and it's like, "Bro, I'm about to send you a picture of my empty fridge." Well, this is probably why.
Like, I don't know. Like, kind of on this, there's seeing the market just completely blow up lately, and like some of these cards, like just selling for insane value. Like for me, there's like this massive disconnect. Like it doesn't feel real that people are paying this much for these cards. It's like I never in my life would have been able to like afford most of my cards right now. Like I can't afford a green silk PMG with the last 3 of or one going for like 3K or something. Well, it did have a blue and a red with it, but that's far out of my budget.
It's a lot of money, man. I'm like, no, I've had so many cards I've turned down because I can't wrap my head around the price. Like I had a shot, so a couple of stories real fast. I had a 1990 PSA 10 Silver Surfer hologram shown to me before people started realizing how hard those cards were to grade. We all knew those cards were hard to grade because we've touched them and seen them and, opened packs with them, fortunately. So we know they're just scratched up almost to death, once you get them out of a pack. But I turned it down.
Green Hollow till last month.
Yeah. And like, I remember the guy wanted like 4K. JD's fridge is def empty. But like I turned it down for 4K because I just can't do it. It just like it's not there. I'm not balling anywhere near that level.
I regularly get people sending me stuff. Hey bro, check this out. And it's like a 9.9 Stanley signed Venom variant. It's like, $12,000 at best offer. And it's like, do you really think I could just be like, damn, bro, that's awesome. Buy it now. Like, thank you.
Yeah. No, I think there is a misconception that people think that way. I think that is really true.
Very much.
Yeah. It's just not.
But it's fascinating. But at the same time, it's part of the hobby. I think we all know this now. This stuff retains value, and not gonna lie, we love this character. Yeah, that's great. And then we also know it retains value. It makes us really love that character. And anybody that says nah, they're full of shit. So I'm gonna ask you guys another question because we kind of touched on this for a second, and this is something I think about all the time. If you could pick an artist to do, let's say, like a Marvel Masterpieces or something, who would you pick? For me, personally, I think Addy Granoff, Mark Brooks, and Clayton Maine would kill it.
Those are good names.
Bob
Those are
Larkin.
really
hands
good
down.
names.
Don't even
I
think about
love
it.
Eddie.
Bob Larkin,
is
that would be dope. He's
my
getting old
absolute
now, but
favorite artist.
he's amazing.
I've known that guy's name since like 1995.
I love Eddie.
Eddie.
That's his
Eddie.
Yep, that's
He
his
did
original
the
artwork.
Surfer for 2007 Marvel Masterpieces. That's his Surfer.
Did he?
2007.
I know he has a few cards out there with his work on it.
2007 he did a few, and Versus System he did a few, and they're fire. Every last one of them. Gorgeous pieces. Bob Larkin though, killer. You can get sketch cards with Bob Larkin. There are sketch cards out there that Bob Larkin did, and they're gorgeous.
I have them all saved on my computer.
I can be.
You might have to send them to me because I don't think I've seen any.
Oh, they're nice. They're nice, man. They're really stunning. They're nice. They're really cool looking.
Ooh, that's
God,
a good
it's
one.
tough, man. Yeah, Deloto and Ross. Deloto would kill it. That would be all day. But I think once someone like that does masterpieces, I probably wouldn't be in the hobby anymore because it'd just be too expensive. You know what I mean? It would just be at the level. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Check this out. I got 2 pages coming from him for Surfer because he worked on the Wizard 1.5 Silver Surfer book. I don't know how. He posted on his Instagram. He was selling 2 pages. Each one was $250.
That's a steal.
No brainer. No. They're coming. They'll probably get here Monday or Tuesday. You should have seen me. I was like, claim. But they're dope.
Oh, yeah.
He's great.
Hey, Johnny Bravo, I think that Bob Larkin actually did a sketch card that's an homage to that one, like same image. Like,
I think you're right.
It's amazing. I'm not sure if it was an oversight, but I think it was from Marvel Premiere 26.
Premiere. I think it was panels, right? It was panels. It was like maybe it was.
I
It
don't
wasn't
think that
5x7.
was a panel. Like he did do some panels, but that one was like the 5x7. So was his Dazzler.
You're right.
Dazzler.
That Dazzler. Oh my God. Old Man Venom. I wish we could share our screens right now because you would flip out about this Dazzler. It has to be like one of the nicest sketch cards you've ever seen. It's really stunning. Sinkovich's would be. Amanda killed it. Like Bill.
Yeah.
He did. Okay. Sorry. I'm geeking out. 1993 Marvel Masterpieces. 1993 Marvel Masterpiece. Bill Sinkovich has art for that set in there.
Yep.
It's the Wolverine. It's the Hulk. One of my favorite Wolverines I've ever seen in cards. Ever.
I have always loved Wolverine. And that is such a great pick. And I didn't even think about that. You know what? You may as well go in the route of Trad Moore too. Like the really wild art like that.
Hang out with. Actually, that was the name. I'm bringing someone that has not worked for Marvel, to my knowledge.
I mean, any artist.
Who?
You know what?
Like Yoshitaka Amano, he did all of the concept art for Final Fantasy, and I would consider murdering people for
that's crazy.
A master set of that. Like,
that's crazy. I would love to see it, but that's what I'm excited about. Like anime. Like I want to see Anime Volume 2 have someone like that, like a concept artist or an anime artist that does that kind of free-flowing, that beautiful kind of artistry that feels like it's like ancient but from a different world. Like I want all of that. I want all of that for anime, 100%.
And you know what? I got to highlight this again. Kim Jung-ji, I think I've seen some of his artwork. That will be great. Bottom line, we need more diversity for Marvel cards. Cannot agree more. And before I forget, I got to point out, John Boy Myers would do an insane card set. I seen David Nakayama did a couple of the X-Men. I thought he did the whole series. I didn't realize a little subset, but those cards are gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Killer cards. There's so many good people. Like when like all of it, like JD has too, and a lot of us have spoken to Upper Deck because they've come into the group and they've had like group meetings, and Eugene's been there, Amanda and everybody, but like, and Taylor and everybody, but like, and we've mentioned those names to them before. It's not like they don't know that would be everything and anything, but like these are like 1.5, 2 year long projects, and they're just getting paid so much money to do comics and other things that it's hard to like, and it's not even like they don't want to do them. I've heard like amazing artists be like, yeah, I would do it in an instant, but like the time is just impossible to dedicate. You know what I mean? And it would cost so much money that I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. And hopefully one day Marvel cards will get so big that we see it like kind of come full circle and it happens. But there are Deloto cards. This is crazy. So Marvel Beginnings 2011, 2012. I forget, is it set 1, set 2, or set 3, but Annihilation's in there on the breakthrough cover issues, and Delotto signed. So there's like a pack inserted Delotto autograph card. The only reason I know is because Surfer's on it, so I have it. But like, there's some like crazy beautiful cards. It's the only reason I know. But here, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta plug in my computer. 2 seconds.
No problem.
Right back.
No problem.
Sorry.
I had no idea that Delotto had done any like signature type of cards, like actual autos on the cards. I'm trying to find. He was just talking about it. I have a Delotto Venom. I was just looking at it, but it's buried somewhere. I wish my other cam would have worked, guys. I'd be showing so many cards right now, so I apologize for that. But there is quite a few Delotto cards. I also love, and I think you can agree with me, John, J. Scott Campbell on cards.
Oh man, I kind of want to get some of his Silk comics.
As a card collector, have you have been dabbling into comics, right? You're starting to collect a little.
One of the most expensive pieces of my collection is actually a Silk comic.
Really?
The ESM 4, but the Korean version. Like, I've only seen it pop up twice since I started. So, second I saw it for 300, I was like, I don't even care if I think this is overpriced. It's probably not worth it. I know this thing comes in a shrink wrap bag, and it's going to be like low grade. It's probably going to have like really messed up corners and probably like some torn pages and shit. But I want it.
They usually do when they ship from overseas. I've got quite a few these books, and it's so hard to get a freaking high grade, even if it's just fresh on the shelves. It gets sent here, goes through customs, it gets ripped open like 20 times. It's a nightmare, dude. Absolute nightmare getting them books.
I have been dabbling into the comics. I'm not really picking up like every comic in the run, but I have been picking up every single Virgin variant just because I'm in it for the artwork.
Yeah, I hear that, and that's something.
With the cards, I'll probably start posting some of those. Probably got like 20 or so.
That's what's up. I would love to see that. I love it because to me, cards have always been kind of hand in hand with comics. You know, collecting cards and comics. It's
nice.
This camera situation is messing me up. So
anything with rainbow foil is gorgeous, man.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, do I love it. But these cards, have you collected any of these, or do you just strictly collect Silk? These are the Contest of Champions arcade game cards.
I claim that I strictly collect Silk, but if you look at my desk, it's full of like tons of other sets. I've pretty much got like a shit ton of stuff. I just don't really put that out there because I'm trying to get them like as cheap as I possibly can because I just want to finish the insert sets.
I have a few random insert sets of just sporadic stuff from other sets that are kind of tempted to complete them, but I don't think I ever will. I'm just trying to stick to strictly Venom. And while I'm talking about that, while we got a minute, this is a latest purchase.
Cap Vault the other day, and that was cool as hell.
Dude, I was looking at this for a minute. Oh, what's up, Norm?
It's promo, baby.
So we were just talking about I just purchased this the other day because that dude Cap Vault posted a Captain America chase card where the front was missing. He actually has like the foil Captain America emblem and the Marvel Masterpieces emblem on the front. I would treat these things as sketch cards if I could find any more. Seriously. But I talked to him, was like, oh my God, this is actually a thing. I've been looking at this, and you know, I've been wondering if this is legit, like you were talking about with people faking cards and whatnot. You know, you can just lay a piece of paper over this. But I went ahead and pulled the trigger after seeing his post, and I'm excited for this one. It's kind of unique.
I think it's awesome. You don't see those. I think they're great. A lot of companies don't grade them right now, but hopefully that changes. But like, there's also that promo, the Advanced Comics promo.
I have that.
Good.
So I have 4 versions of this card. I got the Advanced promo. I got the regular, and then the miscut you saw, John, where it's like split down the middle, and then this one. That's the main reason why I've been eyeballing this.
It's awesome. No, you killed it. I mean, like, and this is one of my favorite Venom cards too. Like, I think if I'm not mistaken, that was drawn by Ron Lim.
Yep.
The Venom.
Absolutely
and
was.
He told me at GalaxyCon a couple of years ago, I told JD this story, but he told me what he had to do to get the hologram effect. is he had to draw it in 3 layers. So the arm is on one layer, the head and the knee are on the other, and then the background with the last arm is on a separate layer. So if you look at his shoulder in the back, can you see how it divides up? You can tell there's 3 different images there just stacked on top of each other.
I would have to sit down and actually look at it close up,
Yeah.
but
like if you look at the shoulder on the back, yeah, it's wild. But like it can be divided.
Yeah, that's like layering systems for digital art.
It's
that's how they get the effect.
They're not really true holograms. What it basically is just layers of silver and then resin and then another layer of silver to give it kind of like a 3D effect.
Yeah, it's something. Is it nitrate? Are they still? That's 1990. I know they use nitrate then, and how they make the holograms in 90, where basically they would print it on a plate, right? They would have a metal plate after they're done, and then that metal plate would create something they called a shim, which was the copy, and that would be on the piece of paper. So it would like print it on there. You know what I mean? And that's what the sheets you would get, or the sheets you would get, type of thing. It's really, it means it's a lot of people ask why they can't make cards like they did in the 90s. Oh, that's awesome. That's the gallery print, right?
Oh yes, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, this was from San Diego Comic-Con.
I get distracted. It's not your fault.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm having fun, guys. I'm learning stuff. Like, this is great. I love this. I just love talking stuff like this all day. I could literally talk this all day, every day. It's a problem. So my buddy, Mr. Gold Labels, Matt, he sent me a picture of this, and I think it's because I just got this not too long ago and posted it. You guys can't see. And he recognized it, and he sent me a picture, and I was just like, oh my God, it's badass. And I'm assuming this is a limited print. It looks like it's numbered down there.
I don't know. I mean, you can check on Upper Deck. I doubt, if it was 100, it might be gone. Check eBay, because it is kind of cool to have like the print and then the card. But those gallery cards, they don't get enough love. They're beautiful. I don't even have them. I don't have them myself. They're nice.
One also have a blue variant. One was out of 100, and the other one was out of 250, I think.
Yeah, JD would know.
For these?
Not for those. Those were actually from the con pack, and you got like the entire gallery set in there. It was like 15 cards or something. But if you went on Upper Deck's website, they have a variant of the large print number. I don't know if it's 250 or 150, but there's that red one you have, and then there's a blue variant. I'm not sure which one's the variant, actually. So don't take my word on that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just another rabbit hole for me to go down. I try not to get into all that stuff. It's very tempting, though. I kind of want to go back and get the master prints, the big Venom ones. I really want them.
Those are nice, man. Those are nice, dude. I have my surfers, and I love them. It sounds like you're already in this, so you might as well just get tortured talking about character collecting. You might as well know how deep it goes. But you got to start looking at cell sheets next.
I don't even know what that is.
Venom. Oh,
yeah. I'm telling you, I'm a noob, and this is why I appreciate all the stuff that you guys do with putting information out. I'm a noob, and this is ready.
You should see some of the Fleer Ultra Spider-Man, like 95 stuff I have. Like, I've got one of every empty pack. I've got the empty jumbo packs. I've got the empty, I've got 4 or 5 different versions of empty boxes, gravity feed, some that state that they have 12 cards in a pack, 11 cards in a pack, 10 cards in a pack.
I used to collect the packs. I had a whole bunch of packs, and one day I was like, this is absurd, and I tossed them out, and now I'm slowly collecting packs again. Like, damn, I should have never got that or got rid of them.
I got the uncut sheet. I got the poster talking about the uncut sheet.
I love the posters talking about the stuff. That's how this is the cell sheet from the All Prism series. I've never seen this on eBay again. A buddy sold this to me in the group. I've never seen it again, ever.
Oh, is this like something you would see at comic shops back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I'm confused.
Isn't that cool? So these are cell sheets that were given to dealers and comic book stores where they would pin them on the window. Those really faded ones and stuff like that. So this is the type of stuff. Yeah. So they call them cell sheets. So this would be in a special packet. This featured the Surfers, the 94 Universe series, but you can see how they advertised it. They got the medium and small. It's just masterpieces. This is the comic book one. That's the one from the, this is the cell sheet version of this, and it has a background, which has this checklist. It's fun, man. And then you look for your character on these checklists,
That is,
nice, man.
Dude. That is awesome. These master print things are so sick.
They're awesome.
Especially
look at that shiny little booty.
there's a Venom one from the Overpower card set, and it's like a chromium. It looks like it's like Venom versus Gambit. I've been eyeballing that one like a serious creep. I tell you what.
Oh yeah,
There's
95 X-Men Chromium with the gold
yes.
stick version as well.
As a master print?
Oh no, not master print.
No.
The cards.
The card.
I didn't know there was a master print of that.
There's a lot of good master prints that are really hidden. Like there's a few, like the Surfer from Flare is really hard to get because it was like you only get 2 per binder and it was random. Some rando thing like that. I don't remember the details, but it was something similar, and they were really tough to get. Really tough to get.
Hey, Planet Clintar, you and me both, man. That's definitely fascinating. Definitely fascinating. And going back to
what's up, man?
Going back to being a noob, Spidey Hits. I gotta shout him out. He's got some crazy. You know what? As a matter of fact, all of us should thank him for the video of him going around that dude's house that was stuffed with cards. Because whenever our wives are like, all right, hold up, baby, hold up. You pull up that video, you say, hey, it ain't like this. And she might go, okay. So Spidey Hits, men of the world, thank you for that.
Michael Salter, well, that's funny, yeah.
That was impressive, dude. I was freaking awestruck watching that. Like, holy crap! But at the same time,
been doing that for years, man.
Free. Set them bad boys free. So, him and my buddy 9.9 Newsstand were live the other day, and they were talking about cards, and they brought up, or 9.9 brought up the whole Venom rookie card that I just got, and it's just a very fascinating subject, and it's also hilarious to see because if somebody were to come into the comic book world that was a card collector and post Venom Amazing Spider-Man 300, even though it's $2.99, and they're like, "Oh, that's the rookie book of Venom," I think I would be like, "Just leave." But this is for you, Spidey Hits. Okay, Star Rookies. And then we got the Cosmic Ghost Rider, which is, what is this one called? Rookie Heroes. All right. You can't see it, but you can see it. Rookies.
Yep.
That right there is kind of why I use the word rookie when it comes to Marvel cards. And it kind of brought up a whole thing that I feel like we've talked about several times before, John. The whole term first card appearance. Take it easy, Tristan. Thanks for stopping by, man. The first card appearance. I think that's something that we should use. I actually like that.
I like it a lot. I think even in 1990 Marvel Universe, they put rookies. Like there's a Ghostbuster rookie card, but Ghostbuster was around beforehand in a Comic Images set. But yeah, there's definitely that rookie terminology is there. I like first card appearance. The truth of the matter is this is something that I've always been bothered by because I made that video where Marvel cards are not sports cards. Mm-hmm. And what I meant by that was that, like, I think the best Marvel cards are the ones that have Marvel inserts that are unique to Marvel cards. You know what I mean? That show like the comic stuff, like preliminary art set from 2018, right? The idea that you could have a full insert set of the pre-work, right? The preliminary work of the actual finished product, and then get a chance to own the original art of that card through a redemption card. That was ingenious. Like that was nuts. That was ingenious. And they did it for a Palumbo set too, 2020 Masterpieces. Like that kind of stuff, I want to see more of that. I don't want to see like Jambalayas are nice, PMGs are nice. I'm not, shitting on those cards at all. But like, it's comic book cards, man. They're different. They're not this other stuff. You know what I mean? They're their own thing. They have enough uniquely individualistic aspects to them to avoid having to copy and paste. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I totally hear you.
Cuts. Yeah.
Comic cuts are extremely unique. I don't have any of them, but Hearing the episode that you guys dropped where you talked to, I forget the gentleman's name. He was from Upper Deck, and he was talking about
Oh yeah, Grant.
Spider-Man Metal. So the amount of comics that they have, first appearance wise, that they're making comic cuts for is incredible. Like, I feel like Marvel Spider-Man, dude, this is going to be a legendary set. A legendary set. I'm like nervous, but when they do the blaster packs, which I'm so freaking glad they're doing, I have a feeling when I go to these Walmarts and Targets, I'm going to see plenty of sports cards boxes sitting there, and I'm probably not going to find these things. There might be a body laying on the ground that is unconscious from being knocked out from everybody rushing the cards earlier.
Written on the chalk lines on the aisle floor. Yep.
Like, yep. They have Marvel cards. Yep. Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. I'm actually so funny. I was just posting something in the group, and I realized there were like 4 people in the group who are also in North Carolina where I'm at. And I'm like, all right, we're going to start a whole system so we can get these cards when they start getting released.
Oh my God. I just climaxed.
One of my favorite Venom cuts. And one of my favorite actual cuts.
Oh, that's nice. That's from a very, very, very key issue. Dead center, too.
Why did you sound like you were looking at like a baby kitten when you said that?
It's nice. It's pretty. They're in love.
We're both climaxing right now. See, these are dope. I can appreciate that. I've seen one with like a Spider-Man with Carnage going up his arm, but a full-blown Carnage or panel on one of them, I would love.
I'll be honest, I almost bought that one with it going up his arm because it would just go really well with this. I think it's actually
yes, it would. Same issue.
One of the panels right next to it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's really fun when you start getting deep into the panels. Is realizing like if they only had one copy of the book, which some books they did because they're more limited, you can see that what image they preferenced over the other one. I'm loving these comments, by the way. You have the best fans on here with the comments. They're awesome.
Oh man, we get a little wild sometimes.
I love it. But like the paneled ones are funny because you can see what they had to cut. So what would actually be on the card as opposed to like what was omitted. You know what I mean? Like there's only so much they can do because you have double-sided pages in comics. So, you know, some images are gone.
Yeah.
Stunning. Those are great, JD.
Dude.
I'm so sorry, JD. You look like you're dying, bro. I'm so sorry.
I was just
terrible.
I was just thinking that.
Terrible.
Everybody, round of applause for dying Soul Collector.
JD coming out here,
a little bit of an issue with body temperature. Like, I'll survive.
I would have dropped. I personally would have dropped.
I would have. Yeah, I'm a baby. I would have been out.
I'd be laying in a pool of sweat somewhere watching this.
It's like a scene from Gladiator. You just keep getting up. You're just going around the arena.
The comeback king.
Comeback king.
Oh man. John, we talked about this a long time ago, and this is going to help me segue into another fun little question I got for you guys. So
I love Mars Attacks.
Dude, this was my introduction as a child to trading cards. It wasn't sports cards. It wasn't whatever. It was Mars Attacks. And as you can see, they are insanely gory, which might explain a lot about me, but we're not going to get into that. So this right here, John, this is Dinosaurs Attacks. I brought this up to you. This was the first trading card set I ever had, and I was probably the age of that little girl holding the bazooka. This is my introduction to trading cards.
I still know what my first exposure to cards was.
What?
Have you ever seen those Hostess turtle pies? It was like those little Hostess pies that were Ninja Turtles. They were green with the yellow cream, and they came with like 3 to 5 sticker cards or something.
Yep.
First experience in cards when I was living in, I think, Louisiana.
I occasionally, from time to time, just have these like, I don't know what's going on, but I can still taste them pies, man. I have my eyes and taste them Ninja Turtle pies.
I wish I could.
I can hear the Ninja Turtle in the back room. Oh, that's crazy.
That's awesome. I don't remember the pies. My first experience with trading cards, I got super lucky. It was the 92 Marvel Universe, but like food-wise, the things that I saw that I really wanted a surfer to be part of was the munchies. It wasn't munchies. It was the crumb oh god, they're in comic books. They were on the back with like some cards there with a moon on them. They had black borders in the ads. Crunch and Munch.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The Crunch and Munch stuff. Hey, Taylor's here. What's up, buddy?
Ian Taylor.
The man.
What is up, man?
But like while we're on this topic of like Mars Attacks stuff, one thing to really look into would be Mark Finneral Mars Attacks sketch cards. Those things are absolutely gorgeous. The colors that he put into them like really make that like IP pop. Like,
so a buddy of mine, Daniel Dahl, if I'm saying your last name, I'm sorry if I'm saying it incorrectly. He did some Mars Attacks sketch cards, which I didn't even know was a thing that can actually be done. I would literally die a happy person to be able to work on these, just to be able to like no holds barred, go ahead and make them violent. I would make these cards so goddamn violent. Oh my god, you have no idea. I like to draw this type of shit, and I don't do it a lot. I don't put it out there a lot, but oh my god, bring this card set back. If I could please be a sketch card artist, I'm going ham. This right here fascinates me. I just discovered this: Dinosaurs Attacks versus Mars Attacks. Wow,
That's great.
Oh, nice.
Wow,
That's so good.
So we'll segue
purchased a set of dinosaur cards in the past couple months as well.
I'm like
of the Dinosaurs Attack.
Pulling the trigger.
I bought the Upper Deck Dinosaurs lenticulars because why not?
Oh,
Nice.
I did see them. I did. See
I
them.
love those cards. Like in hand,
They're
like
nice.
the lenticular is kind of weak. Like it doesn't really like do much for it, but they're fun cards. Like I just like dinosaurs, man.
I do
I'm
too.
about to buy a
And-
dinosaur sketch card of my favorite dinosaur because there's one on eBay now. And I'm like this close to pulling. I know I shouldn't because I'm broke. Like I already spent money on something this week that I'm screwed on. So like I have nothing. But you know, I don't know. It's still on my watch list.
Hey, let us know what your favorite dinosaur was so we can hardcore judge you.
Brachiosaurus, right here. Judge me. Bring it.
T-Rex.
Okay, let's go. T-Rex is
T-Rex.
good. That's a respectable decision. Okay, what's up?
Them little arms, man. I relate to it.
Long necks.
Ankylosaurus.
That's a good one. That's a good one. It's good.
So the reason I pulled up all those card things is I guess I got two questions. I'll segue into one of them. Could probably be a quick answer. The other one might be a little bit long-winded, but I'm excited and I want it to be long-winded. So, besides Marvel cards, Norrin, I know that you collect Star Wars. Is there any other type of cards that you collect, such as sports or even like this crazy Mars Attack shit we were just looking at?
So I did. So I'm very, very focused on Surfer only because, like we talked about earlier, I just can't afford anything else. And like Surfer's been my guy since I was a kid. So that's just been I've always loved collecting Surfer cards. But I did get into Mandalorian because I do love Star Wars and I love Ghostbusters. Oh, go ahead. I saw the Mandalorian. I was a huge fan of Boba Fett forever. Bounty Hunter, T-Visor, like that was me. I was like, that's dope. I always love that stuff. And when I found out that Mandalorian was coming to Disney Plus and saw the silver and the Beskar and he was a good guy, I'm in. That's it. I've been collecting silver for years. I know how to collect a card. I'm going to collect the shit out of this card. And yeah, luckily I did. I really did. No, I planned my whole attack. It was like a whole thing on my end. I was like, I'm going to make this my bitch. I'm ready to do this. And I built up that collection pretty hardcore. So I did that. And then I got my one Ghostbuster card signed by Dan Aykroyd, my favorite Ghostbuster. So I have that on.
Nice. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's so great. Yeah, it says boo and everything. It's so awesome. It's really awesome. But I would do Indiana Jones, but that's an impossible card to find. The Harrison Ford pack pull, the Indiana Jones card is just stupid hard to find. But no, I stay pretty focused. I had Silver Surfer comic books, and I have some ones that I'm really attached to, like the Earth X-12, where Silver Surfer is with Shabal. And they're all silvered up, and he finally gets to be with her, and it's just a really beautiful book, and it's a beautiful cover by Alex Ross. So I have that book to grade, and a couple of others that I really feel sentimentally close to. Like Surfer Black was the best book, so good.
Dude,
Silver Surfer
you're
Black,
not lying.
so good, so good.
I'm just depressed that the Void Knight lasted for 2 or 3 panels, but boy,
2 or 3 panels that killed me, bro. When I saw that, you know what I got? I got this and sold it because like the whole card thing got expensive, but I actually had the variant original art cover for Silver Surfer Void Knight, the one done by the guy. Yeah, I had it.
Oh my god, I did see that. You had that.
I had that original art. I had the original art for that. I know, a Void Knight. It was awesome. It got in October. My ass was grinning from ear to ear. I could not believe you sold it to me. It was awesome. It was awesome. I ended up selling it because it's just there's when you and in terms of on the topic of character collecting, and JD knows this, and I'm sure you're figuring this out right now. You have to be liquid every day because those grails pop up, and you can't this second. Not to like give people FOMO. I'm talking about cards that just don't exist come up type of thing. Not like PMGs and all that other whatever. I'm talking about like serious things. You have to be liquid, otherwise you're not going to get them.
That's something that I think about from time to time. So I have sold comics. I'm not going to sit here and say I've never sold comics. I have sold cards, but every single time that I do that, it's to put it right back into something that I don't have. I actually sold a bunch of comics because I really wanted to get into the digital art thing. Got myself a iPad and all that, so I'm good to go with digital art. But there are other parts, or there's other pieces out there that I want that are way out of my budget that I know I could probably sell some of these to be able to get, but it's just a really tough thing to battle with. Like maybe it's the OCD, the hoarder in me. I don't know what it is, but I do think about it a lot. Like I wish I could just take a couple of these, turn them into something freaking huge. Like that Addy Granolf original art that I showed you. That's one of maybe, I don't know, the 10 things out of this entire room that I consider to be like, this is way out of my league. I shouldn't have this damn thing. So
it's crazy. And his work is
dude, I love Addy Granolf. That Venom cover.
Dude, you kill that. That is like a real piece because like his work is expensive, is rare, it's beautiful.
It's awesome. Museum worthy. This is he's up there with the Alex Rosses, and I mean I love this comment. Dinos and Mars both attacking. Where do I sign up? Dude, I actually just I just bought myself a couple packs of Mars Attacks cards from 2012. They were cheap, just to tickle that itch. So let's see what we get.
2 months later.
Yeah. All base cards. Actually they're digital.
Okay.
They're digital. Shit. No, they're real. They're real. Yeah. This is in response to the day that I got the Addy Granolf original art. It
would be. That's awesome.
I was too wet. So John, I don't think you got to answer this. I think you ran off to go get something. Hang on.
Yeah, what was the question? I had to run to the restroom and go blow my nose.
Oh. All right. So, other than Marvel and Silk, is there any other type of cards that you collect? Like anything, movies, goofy stuff, Pokemon, sports. Oh, I feel like we're about to expose you. Hey, you don't have to tell everybody about your My Pony card collection.
I knew it. I was like, he showed me
waifu cards.
That's cool.
Oh, okay.
White shorts, autos.
That's a nice card.
Pretty much have like a nice little stack of them. All the same things again, like I usually do.
Anything John shows me, I know he has like 40 of.
Yep. That's actually inspired me.
I sold a green PMG to start collecting some of these. Like, there was one that I was trying to get off eBay. Like, okay, so I sold a green PMG and I tried to buy this card on eBay. It was $1,800. It was literally going to be the biggest purchase I've ever made. Well, it started out at $1,500. I purchased it, and then the person canceled my order. I purchased from another seller. They canceled my order. Purchased from another seller at $1,800. They canceled my order, and now they're all like $3,000 or something. So I'm just not getting that card now. It's way too out of reach for me.
So you never got it? You never?
No, I got refunded that's 3 times and had $4,500, like almost $5,000 tied up, like in that card.
Good God.
Oh man, all different sellers too. That's insane.
All different sellers. They were just drop shippers. Yeah.
Well, I figure you put something up for $5,000 and it immediately sells. They're probably all thinking the same thing. Like, wait a minute, I can get more money for this.
I mean, I joined into the
I've had that
Facebook
happen
group
with
that sells those
comics.
cards, and like I've seen it up for sale for $2,000, but I can't justify $2,000 on a card anymore. Like, way
I
out of the
can't
budget,
justify
unless I
$2,000 on
make
any
like a
goddamn
really
thing.
massive sale.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm never doing that again unless it's
Oh,
unless it's
absolutely will.
something. I
Unless it's a
will definitely
10
do
over
it for
50.
like. Well, it wouldn't be that. I would never pay him. I would. So this here's my cutoff. I only did it once, and it was for the stupid green PMG Surfer. I paid 2.3, I think it was.
Mm.
But I would never ever do something like that again for a numbered card or a graded card. Like the only time I would ever do that for something like that is for like old school sketch, but that's it. Never again. I'll never do that again.
I will drop
Yeah,
bank on
that's
waifus. Like, don't even care.
You'll draw bank on what?
Waifus. And it's what they
what
call
is it?
like, anime wives or whatever.
The animal
Oh,
wives, yeah.
Terminology.
They look, you sent me pictures of them. They're like really beautiful looking cards. I mean, like the white shorts, like I mean, they're just like the foiling on that and
Yeah.
the condition are just sick.
Like, actually, this one I had to buy it multiple times because every single one of them has a different inscription on it. I can't read it. I don't know what they say, but I had to have them.
Yeah, the variants. Wow.
That's interesting.
Wow. They're nice looking cards, man. Shit.
No, they're not. Don't hear me. This is just like, judge me. Like, I'm okay with it this time.
Oh, trust me. If I was judging you, you would know.
Ah, man,
What's
I really
that?
apologize
That
for
looks
this. Like
familiar.
the Aliens versus Predator Topps card series. This is one of the only series I have like the entire set. Well, except for the chase, but base card wise, dude, the art is incredible.
That's stunning. That Predator, I love Predator, man. Predator and Aliens, I'm a huge fan of. Ian Taylor loves Alien. Hard.
Dennis,
Alien and
I'm
Predator comics are the absolute shit. Like, some of those stories and like the art in them is just fucking amazing.
I'm obsessed. I would love to see more of this. And now that Marvel has the license, hey, Upper Deck.
I mean, they did release.
Well, Upper Deck did an Alien set. Upper Deck did an Alien
set.
Yeah,
they did.
They're sketch cards. They're really good looking pieces.
You can't really see it. The artist is Dennis. I can't pronounce it. Beauvais. And then it's got he's like an older artist. So all the chase cards, there's only 6, and they're like holofoil or not holofoil. Yeah, chrome.
It's like
that's what it is.
Yeah.
There's only 6 to the set, but they are so goddamn hard to find. There's a little subset. They're really nice. Let me see if we can get these in there. But I wish my other camera worked. Good. No, they don't connect, but they're very similar.
Man, those are really done well.
I think some of the Upper Deck Aliens cards, they were kind of weird. I forget what they call them, but you like push a little tab on like the.
I had one, the chest burster. Yeah, you can find like
bursters were rip cards, but there's other ones that you push down the side and like the paper spins and like opens a little window in it. You can actually close it back up.
What?
It's pretty bad.
That I haven't seen. I haven't seen. I bought a few packs off of ePack with that. As far as that card series, I'm not interested with.
It's too cartoony. I like the one you have more. I like the painted. I like the fully fledged out. I don't like the cartoony stuff. Yeah, no, that's killer. Like that compared to it's so embarrassing.
Yeah, like the movie scenes.
At the end of the day, though, you just have to realize if you're into Aliens cards, you're literally just collecting a bunch of dongs.
I just don't understand why. I don't understand why they don't just release a card series where it's focused around aliens and not just the Alien 3 movie. That movie has like 3 or 4 card sets, and I feel like the Upper Deck cards, every pack I got was a scene from Alien 3, and even the alien itself was the dog alien.
I think. Yeah, Alien Resurrection. I don't know why I like Alien 4. It's so stupid. I shouldn't like it. It's the one with Winona Ryder and Sigourney Weaver. I don't know why I like it, but I've always had a soft spot for that stupid movie. But like, yeah, I agree. It must have been something with the licenses that they had the ability to do that. Have a Grail for me. I'm watching eBay and it's not Sigourney Weaver auto. which would be that's interesting. Oh, Adam's yes, Marvel Zombies.
Yep.
Author would be great. Author would be great.
Yep.
I'm hoping like they do now that Marvel Zombies had like a announcement at Disney Plus. I'm hoping Upper Deck does a set, Marvel Zombie set. That'd be cool.
They did a set spanning all 4 movies recently, or I don't know. I occasionally look around for Alien cards, but I just keep coming across Alien 3 images, and it's like, guys, you got a whole freaking universe.
He's been putting together a really amazing, the whole universe, Well, are you excited about Prey, like the Predator movie?
Yes, I am so hyped. I heard from somebody that they showed the screening, and it got a roaring standing ovation. Which
hope that's true.
That hasn't been said about any Predator movie in a long time. I hope it's true too. The whole concept is just brutally fascinating. Oh, I'm so
It's
excited.
good because it brings it down to the roots. It's not like the guns are getting bigger. Like I thought they had a really good idea with the one with Adrian Brody, where they were actually on the Predator homeland.
Oh,
like
Predators! I loved that one.
Yeah, I thought that was good. I was like, that's very different. I like that. That's a really good idea, and I think they did pretty well with it. But I like this one a lot too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I said, I have one of those. It's like you tear off a piece of the card and it reveals like a signature. It's on my e-pack. Looking around trying to collect them. Let's say if you just wanted to get all of them, like everybody's like, oh, it might be Sigourney Weaver, so $300, $400. It's like cool concept, but damn, that's kind of ridiculous. So
that's why
you wanted to actually get the cards.
Like a testicle nowadays, man.
Yeah, sealed products expensive.
It's
wild.
Could
have a gold PNG in this box. Well, yeah, it could, but like all the good ones would be pulled. So why are you trying to charge like you're gonna pull a Spider-Man in every box?
You don't buy sealed wax to open it. You buy sealed wax to like archive it, to be historical. You know what I mean? Like to eventually have the experience that you can't have no more with a particular set. Like that's why you buy it. You don't buy it to like Whatnot or Gamble and all this other weird stuff or hook, line, and sinker people. You know, you buy it, you put it on a shelf, you wait until there's a resurgence and there's no longer able to see it. You know what I mean? Like really museum level stuff, you know? I don't know.
I actually don't mind people opening boxes on Whatnot because it's like I'm just happy they're getting opened.
Yeah,
I'm so happy they're getting open, and I love all the Whatnots too because they're not all the Whatnots, but I like Billy's, I like Amanda's. You know what I mean? Like they're really fun and interesting. I think Ian Fisher has one too, which is really fun. But no, I just feel bad for the people who think they're going to buy a 30,000 box and get their money back. You know what I mean? Like that's the stuff that breaks my heart because I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe you get that lucky.
While I'm thinking about it, you guys did an episode on the podcast called The Red Flasher Casino. And I thought that was one of the most important, probably, I call it videos, but it's probably one of the most important podcasts that you guys have put out because a lot of that can be related to comic book collecting. Like, this whole every comic's a freaking key issue first appearance now has got everybody buying everything. I see people like new comic book day and it's like they got Wolverine plus all the variants, Spider-Man plus all the variants, all the Star Wars plus all the variants, Venom and plus all the variants, and Batman, and it's just like that just reminds me of the Red
First time Wolverine holds up his ring finger on the cover with his left hand. Yeah.
First appearance of the Bat Dick. Come on, guys.
Jam. Okay, actually first appearance of the Bat Dick was kind of like
I thought that was ridiculous.
That's my key. Okay? That's on my wall. All right, let me show you.
Raise the price.
Plus the fact that was an oversized book and like a lot harder to grade. Like,
at least we know where Superbad stole it from. You know what I mean? Like that the splash page from Superbad Dick montage was the best.
Oh, that's when I realized.
Best foods, man. The best foods. I love that movie. No, like that episode was. Ian had personal experience with that stuff, and I'm sure he would tell you. He would come on the channel, but he and I have been talking about that. He had a personal experience with it, and I haven't had a personal experience with, getting caught up in buying packs and stuff like that.
Me either.
I don't know why I've gotten stupid lucky not getting sucked into it. I mean, Surfer's been banned for a long time, so eventually I'll need the intervention banner with JD and Amanda and everybody holding it up for me. But like. It's definitely I don't know. I feel for people, man. You see a lot of people in the group post certain things. You know, a lot of people, and at that time with that episode, funny enough, a lot of people were posting in the group their hits. Be like, I did 3 packs today. Each pack was a baller or a hitter, you know, or whatever, a killer.
Yep.
And it was kind of like it worried us because we were like, well, we don't want the perception to be like, hey, this is the thing to do. Wink, wink. You're going to get all these great cards, and then you're like 10K in, and there's no stopping. You know what I mean? Like it was just it was getting rough.
Flea Roach of Spider-Man on e-pack, like I was killing it, spending $13 a pack, getting my like $1 hit every few packs, like that dopamine rush, man. Like I was getting so many red flashers, and after about the 5th one, I paid for the first pack. It's great, man.
Nailed it.
I promise you, Marvel's Metal Spider-Man, I'm probably going to get caught up. I want to see that. That's going to be rough
for a lot of people. I think that's going to suck.
Yeah.
I really hope a lot of people. I've been telling people left and right. I was like, just get in a group of people that you know are going to be opening and tell them what you want. They'll make their money back. They can sell you the cards. You don't have to open packs. Just be aware of what you want before you get into it, because it's not worth. The debt thing is real, man. Especially when you have access to the cards on e-pack. That is a real. And I'm not telling people how to spend their money or anything like that. And this is not like faux Instagram mental health bullshit thing. Like this is just, this is not that. I'm just saying, like, I feel bad for people in the group because people do get caught up pretty serious. And, you know, there's a lot of hype around this product right now. You know?
Mm-hmm. I've been saying it to a lot of my comic book buddies for a long time. Cards are about to make a comeback, and we're starting to see it. Deadpool Deeds. Hello. What is up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Let me see this. This is a big comment here. Let's get this read. When 2016 Marvel Masterpiece was on e-pack, I probably spent around 15K chasing the achievements. After it was said and done, I sold all the good cards for pennies on a dollar to appease the wife. That's nuts.
I wish that wasn't such a common story, to be honest. Like,
it happens in comics too.
95% of people that, you know, like, go heavy on it and like will pretty much just get pennies back on the dollar. Like, it's so easy to get caught up, and like you really like a lot of people just want to chase the clout. Like you want something like really amazing to be proud of in your PC, and sometimes like that does take a backseat to just, you know, not overspending a little bit. Plus, it's so easy. It's like instant dopamine rush, man.
Yeah. It takes time though. Like, and you know, talking to like character collecting for people who are here for looking at like character collecting, dude, there's nothing in my collection that is like balls to the wall amazing that didn't take me multiple years to get. 100%. Like I'm not even pretending. Like years. I actually just got. I haven't showed JD yet in our chat, but I just got a sketch card. No joke, that I found on the internet in 1999. No joke. I just bought a sketch card that I saw on the internet in 1999 that I wanted, that came out in a 1998 product that I saw this guy had. I've been talking to him for years. And finally he sold it to me. I overpaid like an a-hole, but it's been 10 years chasing that stupid card. And no one would care. But it's just like, it's just a collector thing. But that's, as a character collector, like, when you see these guys like me and everybody else, and there's people even bigger than, obviously way bigger than me, but when you see these cards, man, they're not like overnight successes. Some people get stupid lucky and yada 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 whatever, but it's not always. It's rare. It's like lottery tickets. It's impossible. You know,
it's like I said, it kind of relates almost the same way with the comics. I see a lot of guys come into the community and they become like their own little museum owners of a certain character overnight. And it's like, how much did you spend on this? You know, how much did you spend on that? If you don't mind me asking, people just, I spent this, I spent that. I'm like, either you're very well off or you're running down a road that's going to lead to a dark, dark place, my friend. I always tell
sometimes
people,
like things like that can happen. Like, I don't know if you guys know Angela fanatic, Christopher Weissman. He actually had like an amazing Angela collection just pop up overnight because he bought it from me. Like when I gave up on it, Like he was like a big fan. I gave it to him at a reasonable price, and he took that to like absurd levels I never could have. Like, great guy. Y'all should go
Super
follow
nice.
him. Angela
Yeah, he's
Fanatic on
awesome.
Instagram.
Yeah, he's awesome. It's a great collection too. I remember that. I remember all that happening because you were big on her at one point. I remember all that. That was how long ago was that? Was that over a year ago now?
A year? Probably like 3 to 4 years.
3 or 4 years. 4 years. Yeah. Going, how long have we known each other, man? How long have we been on this rock? Jesus, that's great. Sell my wife instead. That's funny as hell.
That is funny. Well, speaking of Angela and collecting all the cards, this is the Spawn Chromium card, and I think this is an error because it's an Angela cover, and the back is all about Jason Wynn. I know you guys can't see that,
but nice.
I don't know if this is an error or not. I noticed that last night.
I think I still have a Spawn 9 cover, or like the actual comic, but it's not the newsstand edition, so yeah.
I have the Spawn issue 51 newsstand edition, and for some reason that seems to be what everyone's about. But I was so deep into Spawn because after a while, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but it's like, yeah, I love Venom and Carnage, but they're like still written for children and goofy and silly, and I kind of got out of it, and Spawn kind of filled that void where he's like ripping people apart, and it's real dark, and and then once I came back to Marvel, we had Matt Gargan as Venom, and he was just eating people. And once I saw Venom was finally eating those brains that he talked about for years, I was back, baby. I was back. So I kind of dropped Spawn. But I did collect these Chromium cards for a while, and then they have the other series where the cards are like kind of tall, skinny.
Yeah, the in Star Wars they're like called wide vision. I don't know what they call them. There's a Superman set like that. There's a Sandman set like that. They're really nice too. Really nice. They make pages for them. Did you know that? I had no idea.
Yeah,
they make
actually. Yeah. Real quick. I got like 3 binders. I'm almost done completing the set, but I haven't messed with it in a very, very, very long time. So pull this up for a second, and we'll show this, and then we'll move it along. There are these giant cards. They do look really good. I think they even have like the normal standard plastic cases for them.
Yeah, I bought that set, and then I bought like the Spawn Power Cards sets.
Yep.
Like, I was buying boosters of them, and I bought the Spawn Chrome, and then like after I got all those, like any card that wasn't Angela, I basically just like put it in a Ziploc bag and just like dropped it off in the park for the kids, which probably wasn't a good idea since it's Spawn, but whatever.
Some cop is sitting there in a car like, who's this guy dealing in cards? This guy's weird.
A cop's like, shit.
Card damage.
And go rich. So I only got 3 of the chases, and then when we were talking about the cases, I still got the little baggie or whatever. Yeah, the packs.
Good.
Dude, if Marvel did some sort of cards,
top loaders sucked, man. I hated using those. You couldn't even find sleeves for them half the time.
I couldn't find the actual top loaders. I just used the pages. Okay, so let's transition to this question. We're at 1:35. I don't know how much time you guys have. I'm having fun. I'm in no rush, but I don't want to go too damn long.
But until I lose consciousness, I'm good.
You've been fighting for your life this whole time, man. Mad respect. Once again.
Hashtag all my life I had to fight.
It's even funnier because of the mask is on.
As soon as somebody says Green Hornet. Oh, dude.
It's like a guppy. It's great.
It's fitting. It's got a superhero look. Like I said, if you stand up, it looks like Batman's chin. You can just be Batman.
There you go. Looks like
okay.
A Batman
What kind of card series would you like to see made? And for example, for me, Marvel Zombies, which I know will never happen. Kids can go out and buy Mars Attacks, but Marvel Zombies, nah, not happening. Marvel variant covers. Let's say like a Chromium, like all of the 1:15 ratio, all the variant covers. I know there's quite a few variant covers that you guys are thinking of right off top that are chef's kiss.
Oh, yeah.
Make them Chromium, it would be great. Me and John talked about this, and I have been fantasizing about it ever since. A Venom solo card series.
I personally would like to see like a full Chrome series, like the 95 Chrome, but not with the shitty like computer generated artwork.
Mm-hmm.
And it's painful too because like the X-Men Chromium set I think was done by Adam Kubert, which is a Marvel god. And if you look at the original art, the pencils on that, they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened with that CGI coloring.
I personally like those cards and the gold foil signatures that go with them, little parallels. I really
nice. I
like
the Halloween, man. I love the Halloween set.
The Halloween ones were pretty awesome.
So great.
That's one of the subsets. I have 2 cards of that. I have Psylocke and Rogue, and
Psylocke was the only one I had too, and the maid outfit.
Dude,
yes,
Psylocke. Cool looking.
Psylocke was my girl.
I was
when
attached
I was
to that card just to say that's Psylocke, man. Psylocke has like some of the most. Okay, here's a quick question then. Sidebar. Best Psylocke card you've ever seen?
I'd say a tie with that one with the French maid outfit. That's my answer. That's my answer.
Women of Marvel 2 base card, Emerald, Ruby, and Diamond. Not really like my favorite, but like if you're going for thirsts, like that is the card.
For thirst.
Like we all know why people collect Psylocke. Like let's not lie to ourselves.
You don't
if
lie
you
about
Psylocke. That card is something you need.
Yes, yeah, that's something else. I like the MM96 Boris Psylocke, like the one where she's like kneeling with a sword there. Just
Bowman, you're Kane, right? But yeah, that would be an awesome set.
So 93 Julie Bell is a great one.
What would you like to see get made, though, John? What would you like to see to get made?
For me, like
something that hasn't been made yet.
I would want like something like a Chrome set with like full nice backgrounds with parallels and an acetate version
of any specific genre, like Aliens, Predator, Terminator, Friday the 13th.
Spider-Man's my thing. I want a throwback to like all of the 90s ones. I want to see Cardiac. I want to see Cold Heart. I want to see Sticks and Stone. Like I want to see Wheelman. I don't want to see like Venom, Carnage, like Vulture, Dr. Octopus. Like there's tons of that. I want to see some like just like completely ass characters. Spot's too mainstream. Like Spot's been in the cartoon. I want something where people are like, who the fuck is this and why did I pay for this? Because some of those character designs were just like amazing. Like I love all of those characters.
They're great. They're great, man. That's good stuff. I love that. Yeah, 92 Psylocke is awesome. I want to see a modern day Marvel collector character collection. I want to see like all modern artists, Trad Moore, all the big guns, do 2 or 3 pieces for the set each. Have signed variant cards. I want to see like really, really stupid, like 5 cases, 10 cases rare sketch cards by them. I want to see that level of a set. Because I think for me, one of the major things that are missing in Marvel cards is familiarity with the creators and the artists of certain characters and stuff like that. I feel like that's the next level. I feel like that's the next stage of things for Marvel card collectors is our familiarity with those like creators. You know what I mean? And the artists who drew them. I don't know. I would love to see that. I know it'd be too expensive, but dream of dreams.
Valid point on that too. Make all these D-list characters drawn by high-end artists. I want to see like J. Scat Combo. I want to see like Simone Bianchi. I want to see Joe Disco like doing fucking Burglar because that would just make me really happy.
That's
Black Rose, Black Tarantula. Hell yes, bring it on. Hard Shell. No one knows who the fuck that is, but I want it.
High tier art.
That was one of my favorite cards from the 94 Spider-Man was Black Rose on the fence with the barbed wire. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that card. I love 95. I don't have the value for that. 95. Sorry. Yeah. I love that card.
I actually think I have a spirit of that buyback. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm glad you said
I had a chance to get it, but I didn't get it. It's just I'm so tired of spending money.
I know I got a spirit of that Prowler buyback.
I have it. I have one. I have Lilandra and Prowler. Oh God, those are so good.
This is the most. I'm just trying to show the red foil stamps, but this Carnage USA and Venom Flows. I would love to see something similar in Marvel Metal Spider-Man, but I doubt it. But these two little subsets, the Venom Flows, the Carnage USA, is why I think if they were to do an all Venom card series, it would work, man. It would totally work. And
I can see a
people
Venom card
still
series.
like
They haven't done it yet. I want to see a Flea
Nope.
Ultra Venom set. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Dude, you could have the entire Venomverse, so every character could be Venomized. As far as the sketch card artist, everyone loves to draw Venom. I think the sketch cards
Everyone
would
loves
be
symbiote.
phenomenal. And speaking of sketch card artists,
Best sketch card I've ever seen, real quick, was the Simone Bianchi sketch card of Scream. It was Scream or Siren. It was Scream. Right, JD?
Siren?
We're talking about the one that Sharknado
That AP.
does?
Yeah, it was an AP. I've never seen a better symbiote card in my life. Like it was. I'll show you a picture. It's later, Bowman. It was so
Ironically,
good.
I was talking with somebody about that probably like 2 days ago, and telling him to
Really?
go check it out. Like a couple days ago. Yeah, I was like, "You got to
It's
see this
one of
shit.
the
This is like one of the best symbiote sketches I've ever seen."
The best. It's the best. I was
Christmas
so
Squid is
mad.
the shit. Like,
Cap Vault just recently tagged me, and he's got the Simon Bianchi Venom sketch card.
That guy is
intense. Bianchi is another one.
where it's got like his teeth sticking out, but not the rest of the stuff. Like that is
it's like half drawn.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
I
should
love
have
that
seen
one.
the fight for that card because he didn't pull it.
I'm
TJ,
glad.
No, we were all there for that. We were there for that. Like he didn't pull it, right? I don't remember him pulling. I remember him having to get it, and he overspent on it. Not at the time. At the time, we all thought, and he knew it. But I mean, nowadays, like that card's crazy money.
Yeah.
But like, because it's pack pooled Venom and it's killer. Like I have an AP Gambit by him, but that Venom is killer.
Phenomenal.
Killer.
I witnessed this fight, the Marvel Unbound Venom.
Oh, God,
wow. I'm glad I got 2 cards out of that. But I sat in that thread on your guys' Facebook and just watched the chaos ensue, and it was kind of beautiful. I'm sure all the characters were getting that. But Venom was
Spider-Man and Venom were brutal.
That was a fight.
I seen somebody
landed 9 Spidey and 6 Venom. I didn't tell him.
I got 2 Venom. I didn't get the auto. I'm happy with the 2 Venom. But I swear to God, I watched somebody literally comment, looking to pay $40 for Venom cards, looking to buy. And then it was just like, selling. And then a few minutes later, that guy had bought them cards and was like, selling 3 Venom cards at $60 a piece, and they were selling. So this guy was like, I need these cards. He got them. These cards are for sale. And then he sold them. It was just like,
dude, I sold every single one of mine at pack price. Like I did not care. Like
no,
I just
JD was the man.
Homies were getting like screwed, so I was like, I'll jump in, I'll buy them, and.
But that's why you got to create your community. But that's why, like, the group is great and all, but like the real trick of it is to really circle yourself with good people. Like that's the way to do it. Later, Art. That's the way to do it.
Good idea.
That's what I do. I'm lucky enough that people that are way better at collecting than me are my friends because they've done me favors in the past. But like I forgot his name now off the top of my head, but he gifted me the Venom. And I have 1 Venom and 1 Spider-Man, I think, in my e-pack just by stupid variant. Like I paid them the pack price or I think or something like that. But like people were doing really nice things like JD. Like in that, and it's bad, man. I hate when that stuff happens because it just it takes the community out of that.
The help on that was Billy. Billy was awesome. He was like giving some of them away, not even asking for anything back or something. Like I'm pretty sure that happened, but Billy's just like the biggest fucking philanthropist in the hobby, anyway. So. I shit you not. I literally jumped into a Whatnot stream once, saw him win a sketch card, and he's like, "Run it." The person's like, "What the fuck do you mean?" He's like, "Give it away."
Run it.
I'm just like,
crazy.
I paid $20 a piece for these, and at first, you guys might know them. John, you definitely know him. My buddy Mike, he was in there fighting tooth and nail trying to get these cards, and he got 2, and he hit me up like, "I paid 20." I was like, "Here you go. Here's 20." And then later on, I don't know why. Maybe this is part of that whole Red Flash casino shit we were briefly talking about. But somebody else hours later was like, "I got 5, 20 a piece." I was like, "Claim." I don't know why. I got one on my and I got one in hand. And I figured, maybe later down the line I could hopefully trade that one on e-pack for something Spider-Man Metal related or whatever.
Dude, right now, I need you to like tell me exactly how to spell your e-pack name. Like, are there any underscores or something?
No, it's just Joseph Reed. I got a whole bunch of Marvel beginnings on there, a bunch of foils and whatnot. Yeah, just my name.
Okay, I'm gonna need to check that in like a couple seconds, actually.
Okay. So, e-pack is definitely awesome, and I kind of want to segue into this Collect Forever that was recently announced, because as a comic collector, I'm super intrigued, and I'm also very curious on what this really means, because I already have everything in hand, so would I have to rebuy on Collect Forever a comic to be able to trade? You know what I mean? Or can I send this to them and they archive it? Like, there's a lot of questions.
I think you got to buy it there.
I think for now you definitely have to buy it there, because they're definitely going to act. This is what Dylan was telling me about, which I didn't get a chance to tell JD about. But this is what Dylan told me about, who works at Upper Deck. He called me at the San Diego Comic-Con, and he was talking to Ian Taylor and I, and letting me know. Awesome.
Happy birthday.
Oh my God, you are the man.
That's really
I'm sorry.
nice.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Are you serious?
At all. That's awesome.
Are you serious? Holy
I'm
shit,
guessing
bro.
You just realized what that was, huh?
Yes, I just realized what that was. Holy shit. All right, I got to do some more for you after this.
Don't worry about it, man. Happy birthday.
I'm shaking. I'm about to jizz and vomit. Except, yes. John, I'm telling you, I love this shit. I love it. All my fellow comic collectors, if you're slowly getting into the trading cards, get yourself an e-pack account. I'm telling you, get yourself an e-pack account. Yeah, I think I just jizzed. I'm sending that home straight away. All right, ain't nobody trade me shit for that. Oh my God, dude, thank you. That is wild.
What's all it was?
It's the Symbiote Spider-Man Fleer Ultra Spider-Man Legacy Rainbow Foil Parallel.
I was never gonna finish it, but I actually ran into some dude that like also wasn't gonna finish it. Turned out it was someone that I actually knew for a while, and we'd like done a ton of trades, and he actually helped me out a lot with like my Silk stuff. So I'm never gonna be able to finish the Carnage, and why not? Like, I don't care.
That is beautiful.
I'm like, what, $5 into that thing? Like,
oh my God, dude.
That's awesome, man.
Wow. I'm glad to have this moment on here right now. That's something else.
Yeah, remember earlier I said you never had a rainbow foil, you only had the silvers? Can't say that.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. That
rainbow
is freaking
foils
awesome.
Dude, I'm so excited for you to see that card in person. You're going to flip out.
And before you think it's like some amazing thing, like the legacies, even though it's 100 combined to make that, it was actually the absolute easiest version of a card on there. Like it's still cool, but it's not like, oh my God, like it's the craziest shit ever.
Yeah, but it's sold out now. You know what I mean? And for a Venom collector, that's a really beautiful card.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, man.
That's a really big one.
Nice thing you did. That's a really nice
this is a big one.
I mean, I wasn't going to do anything with it.
Have my baby, John. Please.
Your unborn child.
Oh my God.
Card, the rainbows are crazy nice. The rainbows are super, super nice.
The ones that I've seen,
they're gorgeous.
Yeah, incredible. So when I realized that they had Venom ones and I was way beyond getting them, I was like, shit. So thank you.
Bad for people, man. It's tough, man, because once you get when you get in the hobby and so many good sets have already come out, like that happened to me. Like, God, dude, it's bad, man. It's rough when you miss things.
Yeah, it happens with comics too. I never realized, but I've been suffering FOMO for a straight decade now. I've been pre-ordering all the ratios. I'm not playing games. I'm not chasing them. I just pre-order them. So
Yeah, man. People have given me like a /10 silk royal foil. They've given me like free like out of 23 silky X centuries. Like, there's good people in the
Bro,
hobby, and like all they wanted was for me to pay it forward. So got to do it
I'm
today.
dead serious. I'm going
And
after
what you do
Marvel with
is
Spider-Man metal as hard as I can, even if it's just through the blaster boxes. I live in an area, God bless, that people around here don't care about cards. That's the last thing they care about.
That's
So
a good area.
I'm hoping
There's
it
some real
pays off.
estate.
Yeah, I'm hoping it pays off because I'm in some shiesty areas in that bitch. Like,
Shiesty.
where are them cards?
just pay it
Um,
forward and help out a homie that's new in the hobby. Like, that's all we
I
ask.
got you, man.
Best thing to
Any
do.
silk, any silk that I pull, yours. No matter what. I don't care if it's a 1-on-1. It's yours. Norrin, I don't even know if Silver Surfer's in this set. If he's not, it's yours. But any spots, it's yours. Ian, you ain't getting the black hats, bro. I love black hats.
I won't touch it.
If I get doubles, I get those, especially if I do any EPAC stuff. I'm paying that forward. That just made my month.
I
Like
think
for real.
I'm hoping there's enough people I know now that we all know actually who are going to be getting a kind of a lot of boxes. So we'll have to do like a private, not air it on air, but maybe like a private opening of a bunch of boxes for Spider-Man Metal and just do like a round table thing and just chill and like hang out and open boxes together. Because I'd like to see for
That would
something
be
like that,
awesome.
having just on a, you know what I mean? Like something chill, nothing live,
Mhm.
nothing to hype the product up, but just something relaxed because like JD is, like, there's just a lot of good people in the hobby, man. Like there really are. You know, it
It
sucks at times,
really
but
is.
like really good people. It's just really.
Ask about me. I'm trashing this hobby, man.
Nah, I love it. Like I said, every time I see you like correct someone, I can tell it's like a very gentle, nice backhand. It's not full, but it's nice, just a little. I think it's hilarious.
Honestly, it's just a
It
personality.
happens in
Like,
comics, too, you know.
I
Yeah,
come off as condescending. Like,
bro,
can't talk.
my uncle, if he doesn't talk to me like shit, then yeah, he's mad at me. So I get it. You know what I mean? I totally get it. I think it's kind of great. Um, man, I'm just running off the tracks now. I have a little list of questions here. I pretty much asked everything.
I'm
So
so happy
yeah,
this
let's.
happened on air, dude. I'm so glad you got that card, man. You look so relieved.
I
That's awesome.
I can't
Awesome,
believe it.
JD.
I
This is
can't
so
believe
cool.
that. Yeah, you are
He's gotten the
seriously
most
hero, John.
round of applause during this. He's dying and on here. He's giving gifts. You get all the applause, man. MVP.
Yes, yes, MVP. Oh my god. All right. Whew. Let's get back on track. We're at 154. Let's try to get it quick. I don't want to hold you guys up too long. Collect forever. How is this going to work, and what should we expect?
Dylan just spoke to me. Maybe JD has some more information, but all I've heard so far is that it's like buying comics from a distributor, a warehouse or whatever, the people who would have it. So like if you have a variant, and your fans know this and you know this, but like if you have a comic book that's a variant of like 1 of 50 or 1 of 400 or 1 of 800, you need to go to a pretty big store that's ordering that many books to even get a chance at that one variant. Well, for Upper Deck, they've kind of done that, but done it where you don't have to go like to all these different stores to find all these different variants. You can just go there and they'll most likely have the variant you want. And then you'll get it, but it will be in this like pre-slabbed thing, no grade,
Hmm.
nothing like that, just pre-slabbed. So it's in like a really nice condition. And then you can keep it on there digitally, even though it's a physical thing, right? And then you can go to your e-pack, which will be like a central hub, and that acts as like a marketplace for all these different types of collectibles. So you could have pops on there and comic books and cards. And let's say you have a card that you really like, but there's a variant or an issue or signed or something you want of comic book, right? You can trade a card for a comic book on that e-pack space.
That is actually incredible. That's
It's a pretty
really
fun
awesome.
idea when you think about it. Yeah. Cause like I was just talking to, I think it was Spidey Hits or somebody, I forgot. Or maybe it was a Star Wars buddy of mine. But like, Star Wars is like when you have Star Wars collectibles, everything's connected. The comic books, the toys, the cards. Like when you have a Star Wars collector, they collect all these different things, right? Marvel's not so much that way. Like, it was never advertised. Like, I remember in the 90s, like, there would be a Star Wars collector's book where you'd have all the different Star Wars items. You know what I mean? It never was like that for Marvel. So I feel like what they're trying to do now is trying to show like the ecosystem of having all these different Marvel types of collectibles and having them be fluid in some way. At least that's how it was explained to me. Hopefully I'm not talking out of my ass. That's how it was told to me.
It sounds pretty revolutionary, actually, if you really think about it. I'm just, for me personally, I'm at the pinnacle of comic collecting. I practically have it all when it comes to Venom, and I will be goddamned if I'm going to rebuy it all over again. So, you know what I mean? Is there a way to ship this?
I think what you need to think about it, eventually I'm sure you'll be able to ship it to a warehouse and put it in a vault. But the real key factor here, in my opinion, is not that you have to have it there. I think if you have people who go to EPAC who are also comic book collectors, they're not going to care if you have it. And I'm sorry, Upper Deck collect forever, but this is just what's going to happen. No one's going to give a shit if you actually have the book from Collector Forever. They'll be like, I have this card. I want this type of comic book. Do you have it in your PC? I was like, yes, I have it at home. Here's my email written out funky so you can email me, just like we all do on eBay, and we can make a deal there, right? I mean, the biggest issue and the biggest benefit of EPAC is not that you can get the cards there. That's nice. That's lovely. That's great because they're hard to find. But the biggest benefit is finding like-minded collectors who are willing to do these trades. That's what you pay extra for. It's none of the other shit. It's for that. And the idea that EPAC becomes this marketplace where it has the ability to attract audiences that are both into comic books and pops or whatever. And hey, yeah, I have this card, this one of one silk I don't give a shit about, but if you have a 9.8 or you have this kind of book, I just said it to piss off JD. If I have the, you know what I mean?
I don't collect the Pepsi, man.
Let's trade it out. But I don't know. I mean, that's what I think about it. I think about it as a sense like, okay, if we're getting all these people in this hobby or into this one space where things can be fluid and tradable, you don't have to go all around the world looking for them. Shit, I'll take it.
That's absolutely revolutionary. When I was younger, you guys can probably relate. We had friends around us. We could go to school, break out them cards, and do some trades. It's not like that now. And I have thought about it plenty of times. I've got, just how JD does the doubles of cards. I do the doubles of comics. And I'm sure I have some that maybe somebody would love to have, but maybe, he's got a card I want. And how do we work that about? And the fact that they're giving us a place to do that, especially if I can trade these without having to ship to a warehouse and all that, that is beautiful. And now I'm really excited for that. Because I got quite a few comics I got doubles of, and I'm running out of room here, so I'm willing to work out some.
Another thing that I'm curious about is like when they sell something, like is it going to be kind of like a blind bag where you can pull like a 1 out of 25 variant if you buy enough copies of it? That way, like it will entice more people to buy like multiple copies of the same comic because they can just put it on EPAC and trade it for some cards or like another comic or something and just run the luck to try and like get that lotto hit for like a nice variant.
I could see them doing it, especially if you're
something like that. But I don't remember if it was that.
Yeah, if you're buying comics,
it might not be yet, but I see it going in that direction because it makes sense. Like if you're gonna have like a warehouse that has all of these comics, they're gonna want to like sell multiples and like give some sort of like reason for people to drop the money on it. Like maybe like. I know one dude that's going to buy 10 copies of the book, and all I care about is like the base variant. And I've got like some cards in my EPAC that I can trade for it. I'll let him go spend the money, and then I'll just give him like a couple like cards, and we'll both end up happy at the end of the day. And they get a chance of getting their lottery hit pretty cheap because they just like recouped it in trades.
Definitely fascinating. Definitely sounds revolutionary, and it makes a lot more sense now. And I'm pretty excited. I do have a lot of comics that are not Venom Carnage related, so I would be totally fine with letting them go to get some stuff that I actually really want. Yeah, that sounds great. At first, I was really confused. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not rebuying the entire... Yeah, I'm not buying all this again. It's not.
And there's no real point to it. Like, if I buy a card off of eBay, I'm not going to try and get it on EPAC as well, even though, like, that's possible.
Right.
Like, all I care about is owning it. Like, it doesn't matter, like, where it is. even if I got it on e-pack or like collect forever, it's going home eventually. So why waste the money on there? Like, unless, you know, it's easier for me to just, you know, instead of having to go to the LCS or something, I can just, you know, spend the $5 to pick it up and then just ship it home like when convenient, whenever I want. Like, I see that as like a really nice benefit to it.
Yeah, and that is cool. That's what sold me on e-pack. Because at first I didn't really understand, but once I realized you can ship the physical product home, I'm into it.
Yeah, for me, like e-pack, the only thing that I care about is parallels. Like, I only care about the exclusives. Like, when Spider-Man Metal pops out, I'm definitely going to be buying some products. But anything that I pull, even if I pull a Silk, all I'm going to do is like, I'm going to try and buy like my actual inserts off of eBay because, like, you know, it's going to be the exact same thing. When I'm on e-pack, I'm going to be trading any insert I hit for base cards, and I'm going to be trading those base cards into more Silks just to make the parallels. After I'm done with that, I'm done with e-pack, like Spider-Man Metal. Like, unless there's like a hardcore Silk achievement that I'm going to need, but honestly, if there is, I probably won't be able to afford it anyway, so.
You're right. I would like to be able to combine a couple cards on e-pack with the new Venom stuff coming out. I know they got all kinds of different parallels and whatnot. And the Grandiose, I have some pulled out here. If they're anything like the Grandiose from the Marvel Metal X-Men, beautiful cards.
Those are actually beautiful cards. Yeah, I agree. I love the foiling on those. I thought the gold were kind of weak. The pink were a little weak. I did like the pink set, though. Initially, I did want to make the pink set, but then, you know, prices just blew up, and I was like, I don't like X-Men enough to spend, like, this amount of money that would require to do this.
Right. I kind of stepped back from it. I got a few cards. I got one of the aluminum X23s, and most of the cards I got are X3 related. But the PMGs are way out of the question. The black and all that good jazz is way out of the question. So
I was going for X23 and Brew.
Brew, yeah. Pretty cool. The X23 cards that they use, the one is okay for she's got the jacket and she's in the woods, but the other one where it's
I
like,
love that one.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, I want this. And I actually got the gold from e-pack, and that started like, oh, I kind of want this card. And I seen all the different parallels.
Which one did you prefer? The high series, like lolly version, or she's like a little underage girl that's like,
yeah, the NYX comic cover, like when she first appeared.
Yeah, I think on like the low series one with that red jacket, like on the actual comic cover, like I think it might have actually been a like anthology like cover or something. She's just like ripping a bunch of wolves apart and shit, and just like there's blood everywhere, but they kind of cut that out. It's actually really fantastic cover.
That whole card series is actually pretty nice, man. Like I said, if Marvel's Metal Spider-Man is supposed to be, you know, better, they're fixing everything. So I think that's gonna be a really, really great card series.
Sorry, I had to step out for a second.
Grandiose, if we get those in the Metal Spider-Man, those Grandioses are beautiful.
They're nice. They're really those were the hits, man, of X-Men Metal. The Grandiose, the purple.
Yeah,
they were the hit.
Yep.
They look great.
I definitely noticed everyone's going after them. Guys, I really appreciate your time to hang out and talk cards with me and fill me in on some stuff. I hope anybody watches this gets to learn some stuff. John, we're having a kid together. All right, plain and simple. This was fun, guys.
About the logistics of that one, but I'm trying.
Yeah,
it could be a beautiful baby. I'm just gonna say
it would need consent from your fiance for this, though. Like, I'm not trying to start no drama in like my personal life, dude.
Oh man, I would love to be able to sit down and talk cards with you guys again. Maybe let's say if Spider-Man Metal comes out, maybe we can do a little bit of stuff with that. I did order real quick a box of this set, the Canon or whatever.
Is that the Ultra Bat? Oh yeah,
came on Maximum Venom, I think.
Yeah, and I ordered it mainly because I'm trying to hit some of these, but it's been a full ass month and it's still on its way. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do like an Instagram live.
The foiling on those is like fucking gorgeous, man.
Dude, the ones that have the actual Marvel in the hologram, that is sick. I really like the different stuff that they've been doing with that.
Like, I bought a bunch of like Weiss Schwartz HoloLive boxes, and like I've got like a stack of empty boxes just like sitting on my desk right now. Those are my waifu cards, man. Like I haven't bought. I've only bought one box of Marvel in my entire life. It was 1995 Fleer Ultra Spider-Man, but I've got stacks of boxes of this other shit.
You just started collecting the
Once they
boxes.
put Surfer in it, I'm done, man. I know once they put Surfer in those cards, I'm done. I'm gonna buy those all day because I love the look at them.
Real quick, why is Surfer banned? Is it contractual stuff to do with Hollywood?
It's the Fox thing. So like it was in 2014, I think is when he stopped being in cards. It was around that time where a big ban happened. I think Nightcrawler was also on that ban and a few other people as well. But yeah, he's been banned for a while now. The only reason he was in 16 was because Jusko drew him in 2013. And on the painting, you can see like 2013. Yeah, I just got stupid lucky. But that's why a lot of characters like Gambit too, and somebody else as well, I think. Like he did. I'm not sure
I never knew why Gambit was banned, but I get all the Fantastic Four characters. Like
I think it was because of Wolverine
Gambit
Origins and X-Men 2. Like I think because they were like trying to have those characters purposely in their movies that they couldn't be printed somewhere else. I don't know the details, but I know they've been banned for quite a bit of time and sketches as well. So, but they're back now.
Yes.
Like they're coming back. Beginnings is the first set. Well, we'll see Surfer and Fantastic Four property, and I think Nightcrawler too. Some other people got banned recently.
I noticed the sketch card set I did. They gave me an extensive list of banned characters, and one of them happened to be Deadpool, which I think he's back now. I don't know, but I was bummed about the new Deadpool thing.
Yeah,
but
it's weird.
I know you're going to be super stoked to have Silver Surfer come back in any type of card series, so that's exciting.
It's going to be a fight.
Oh, I think we're all ready for this fight. Gentlemen, let's go ahead and end this. I seriously appreciate your time.
Thank you, man, for having us on, dude. This was
awesome.
Fun.
No problem.
Let's do it again sometime.
You definitely will. My computer's lagging out on me for whatever reason. What was that? Did you just die? He's dead.
Died. I'm calling 911. Do I have a card collector down?
Somebody give him ass to mouth resuscitation. Good night.